Hello there, my lovelies. How are we doing? My name is Boomy and you're watching my channel, Boomy Reactions. Now today, guys, we're going to be watching some more Family Guy, but I'm quite excited to watch this one, actually. So today's video is every time Brian Griffin got karma. So I know I've mentioned a few times, guys, that Brian is my least liked character. Not only least liked, I'd actually say Brian is my most detested character out of Family Guy. And that really says a lot because you've got Herbert the pervert. You've got Quagmire. There are many awful characters in Family Guy, but they've still got something weirdly redeeming about them. Brian has nothing. And you know how everyone in Family Guy is like, the Meg hate is so real. But for me, it's kind of embarrassing actually how much I dislike him. But for me, it's very much, there's a lot of Brian hate going on for me. And I'm trying to pinpoint what it is about this character that I absolutely detest. And I think I can only sum it up by saying that he just embodies all of the truly repulsive things that I dislike about, you know, certain people. So like, he's not very loyal. Like, he's got a thing going on with Lois. It's like, is he in love with Lois or something like that? That's Peter's wife. He's not very loyal. I think the most annoying thing for me about Brian is that he's so pretentious. Like, he wants people to believe he's this intellectual, artistic, philosopher, philanthropist kind of character, and he's really not. Like, he abandons his morals as soon as they kind of become inconvenient. He's just absolutely awful, but he lives under this weird pretense that he's elitist. Like, he looks down on people. Oh, I can't stand him. He is absolutely the worst. But yes, I'll hold my hand up and say I have Brian hate, not Meg hate. I've got that Brian hate. So today's video has been requested through Buy Me a Coffee, and this request comes from Cameron. Thank you very much for your support, my lovely. Now, Cameron says, hello, Boomy. I think you'd absolutely adore seeing Brian Griffin getting what he deserves. It's so satisfying. Well, thank you, Cameron. I can tell you're another Brian detester. We think alike. Oh my gosh, he's so preachy as well. That's another thing. Like, he preaches all of these ideals. He makes out he's so liberal. He cares about all these social injustices, and he really doesn't. He's a chauvinist as well. He's actually a pig. Claims to be like a champion for women. Like, he's so progressive. He's a very shallow pig. Oh, I could go on the list, going on. I'm banging on as well at this point. So let's watch the video, guys. And as ever, if you are enjoying these reactions and mindless rants about odd characters, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much in advance, guys. And if you're interested, I have a Buy Me a Coffee account. That link is over here. All right, I need to zip it and stop the ranting now. Love a good rant.
Oh my God. Oh, Brian, are you okay?
Before you start to feel bad for Brian's bones that we're about to see get broken on this list, just remember that this is also Brian.
Yes, Joe, everything's fine. Oh, okay, good. Ha 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 ha, you're in a wheelchair. What's that supposed to mean? I bet you can't get a boner. That's not very nice, Brian. Neither is your mother's ass.
Today we're going through...
See, someone else, the creator of this video here. We've all got Brian hate. Admit it. Just admit it, guys. Brian's the worst. Just highlighting it for all of you. Yeah, I don't feel bad for Brian in that clip. I don't like him, but I don't want to see, you know, I don't want to see every bone in his body broken. It's a bit much.
Every piece of karma that was delivered to Brian Griffin, starting from the lightest little slap on the wrist all the way up to the moment that Brian genuinely gets destroyed. There are 15 of these, and they get worse as we go on. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into it. In the episode Peter Normal Activity, Brian is going through one of his fake intellectual phases and decides the missing piece is a pair of glasses.
He lives his life in one of these phases of pseudo faux intellectualism. Does he ever not act like this?
What, these? Come on. Last thing I want is attention. It's just that when you've read as many books as I have, it takes a toll, you know?
You sure it's not from watching too much close-up porn on your phone?
There's no reason he needs them. His vision is perfectly fine.
Yeah, and it would be really weird porn as well. Not to kink shame anyone, but yeah, weird Brian.
He just thinks that they make him look like they're the kind of guy who reads books. Even the whole house has noticed those glasses of his, and they're all over it.
That's
the one
what
with
he
the
wants.
lowest tolerance for this kind of thing is Stewie, who calls him out about the glasses constantly throughout the episode.
You're so full of it. You don't need those things.
Wait, who said that? Oh, Stewie.
You are just horrible. You're even worse than those people who take dumps in the shower.
Brian, who has never once taken constructive criticism from anyone, refuses to take them off because that would mean admitting he was wearing them for looks. So, Stewie eventually decides to handle it himself.
I think we've just added another detestable quality to the list of the many ongoing things that I dislike about Brian. So we can also add that to the list.
Grabs a baseball bat, walks up to Brian and just swings it directly at his face.
Oh my gosh, guys, I see this clip so many times and it always makes the reels or the compilations of like the funniest Family Guy moments or the dark humor ones. And I've never understood why, yeah, it's a violent scene and it's kind of funny because it's Brian, but this actually gives it more context and actually makes it funnier.
Hey, Brian?
Yeah?
Ah! Damn it! Ah! There's glass in my eye! Oh! Son of a bitch! Ah!
The glass goes everywhere. Brian's on the floor with shards in his eyes, yelling about it.
Mom says dinner's at 6. She wanted me to tell people. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Then Stewie tells him dinner is at 6. We genuinely feel sorry for Brian.
No,
He should
we
have
don't.
taken the glasses off when he had the chance. And we're literally just getting started. The next piece of karma is...
To be fair, I would have felt more sorry for Brian. The context, however, provided here. No, I'm unmoved. Haha.
also a clean little bit of humiliation delivered straight to Brian. Except this time, it's delivered by the dumbest person in the entire family. The most embarrassing way to lose an argument is to lose to Peter Griffin, a man who once did this.
Do you have any idea?
Oh, he's done stupider.
In the episode Welcome Back Carter, Brian sees the vast amount of books and decides on the spot that he needs to get involved in this conversation.
Oh, finally, another reader in the family. You know, these are some of my favorite books and authors.
He chimes in like he's also a big reader. He starts dropping references to authors and books he supposedly read. He starts doing the whole show fully expecting Peter to be impressed by the sudden intellectual energy in the room.
I think Brian gets like little comments offline, like, you know, just summaries or popular opinions that he can read that other people have, you know, regurgitated and fed to him. And that's the only thing he'll know about each individual title, each individual book, because he's never read them. See what I mean? Pretentious.
Peter, who's genuinely just minding his business, asks him a simple question. What books has he been reading lately?
Oh, what are you reading right now?
Then Brian starts stuttering. He says he's between books at the moment.
Well, I'm sort of between books.
And he also claims he's rereading the classics.
Yeah? What was the last thing you read?
one?
He's got you on the ropes now.
Well, I'm actually rereading a lot of stuff.
Which one?
Yeah? Like what?
Just tap out.
The classics,
stuff,
you know? Going back to the,
He can't name a single specific title because he's not actually read any of these books in years. And Peter, of all the people, is the one who notices. The look on Brian's face after Peter realizes what's going on is honestly one of the best sights in the show.
words on the printed page. Thank you, Steve Gutenberg, right? What is this, oak?
Oh, I don't even think it's oak.
Getting outed as a
The funny thing is that no one cares. No one gives a rat's ass about what books anyone reads, unless you're in a conversation with them about the book, then sure. But no one's interested. No one cares, Brian. The only reason this is brought up is because you make such a song and dance of it, because you seem to care how intellectual other people are and judge them by how many books they've read and da-da-da-da-da. That's why you're obnoxious.
Only by Peter Griffin is the kind of moment that should make Brian reevaluate his entire identity. The next lot of karma takes things up a notch. It gets physical and well, the reason behind it is worse than the damage that it causes. The first lesson we want to share with you guys is that you should never ever lie to a blind woman about whether or not you're a dog, because it will definitely backfire. Well, Brian heard the warning, but he completely ignored it and became a demonstration.
And you know why, guys? Because Brian is a pig. He's so chauvinistic. All he sees is a pretty girl that he can manipulate and lie to. And that is so, so disgusting.
Blindside, Brian starts dating a blind woman named Kate, who directly tells him during their conversation that she hates dogs.
Our stupid neighbor's dog barks 24/7. God, I hate dogs.
You do?
Yeah. They're just slobbery, annoying, needy little...
The honest move here for Brian would be to come clean and then take the rejection and move on with his day, but Brian takes a different route. He decides to keep lying to her about it.
Not really a dog person, I guess.
Oh, yeah, me neither.
Kate eventually invites him over for dinner with her parents.
Hey, Brian, would you be cool with meeting my parents?
Well,
They're in town this weekend, and I thought we could all have dinner.
And Brian agrees to go through with it. He brings Stewie along to help cover up any noises that might give him away.
Oh my gosh, guys. This is another scene I've seen in compilations, in clips. And now, for a bit of context, it's actually 10 times funnier.
Sits at the table acting like a normal human being, eating and holding conversations quite well.
Oh, don't worry, I'm fine. I'm just sort of bandaged up right now. You must be Kate's parents. It's so nice to meet you.
Well, it's lovely to meet you too.
So what happened?
What happened is this one's a hero is what happened.
That's pretty impressive, Brian. The plan goes sideways when his tail starts wagging under the table out of pure nervous energy.
No, Brian's tail is wagging because Brian likes very superficial praise for achievements and things that he's lying about.
Brian and Kate, I know we just met, but you seem like you're really good for our daughter.
And risking your life for those kids? You're a good guy, Brian. A really good guy.
Wow, thanks.
Stewie, who is fully committed to this lie at this point, grabs a knife and cuts Brian's actual tail off right there during the appetizers.
What's that thumping noise?
It's your tail. Stop wagging your tail.
I can't help it. Do something. Damn it.
He just lost his tail because he couldn't say the word dog out loud to a woman who couldn't see him anyway. And of course, Kate finds out he's a dog later in the episode and dumps him for lying about it.
But I can't get over the fact that you lied to me. You screwed up, Brian. And now you're gonna have to watch me walk out that door.
So Brian's now without his tail and without the girl. The whole sacrifice was for nothing because he couldn't bring himself to be honest in the one situation where he actually had no reason not to be. There's also a second time Brian's mouth gets him in trouble, except this time the person on the other end has way less patience than Kate did. Becoming a real estate agent is a wild...
Those teeth! What do you call them in the US, guys? We call them turkey teeth over here.
career pivot for Brian. But what we love about Brian is that he fully commits to what he chooses anyway. In Brian the Closer, Brian has somehow gotten himself a job as a realtor, and the way he got the job is actually relevant to how this karma plays out.
Thought I'd be in real estate. You think I can handle it?
Every other divorced mom at my kid's school is a realtor. I think you can handle it.
Quagmire was the one who helped him get a set of nicer teeth so he could look professional in front of clients.
Did he fly him to Turkey? How did he get him the teeth?
So Quagmire helped fund the whole career, which makes what Brian does next genuinely unbelievable. His first big move as an agent is to sell Quagmire a complete dump of an apartment for way more than it's worth.
You don't take the inside deals and give them to your friends.
What kind of inside deal are you talking about?
All I can say is, underpriced waterfront property that...
He talks it up by mentioning rising values. He gets Quagmire to sign before he even sees the actual condition of the place.
I actually think he's in a profession that he'd be quite good at, because he's quite, well, is he good at lying? He normally gets found out. He just seems a bit slimy.
Hey, Lou Sheridan.
It's Lou Sheridan.
That son of a bitch.
Say what you want, but he's got an eye for real estate. Let me just give him a call and let him know he's going to get the place.
Wait.
Quagmire, sitting in the middle of his new disaster apartment, eventually puts the whole picture together.
I don't know if you want this now, but I bought you a mini cactus.
What the hell? This is a dump.
Well, maybe it's still got a nice ocean view.
The harbor is poisoned.
So Quagmire walks straight up to Brian and knocks every single one of those teeth back out of his head.
And that is 72 hours. Enjoy your crap hole, dumbass.
You son of a bitch!
The
Now I
teeth came
see
from
why
Quagmire,
Quagmire
and then
hates
they
him.
went back to Quagmire. Brian is now without a job, and also without his
Without
teeth.
his
The
teeth,
whole
yeah.
thing took about 30 seconds to undo a career that took Brian weeks to build. Hear us out on this. If you ever start a public health panic just to win an argument with your neighbour, you should at least make sure your dog doesn't get caught in the splash zone.
Oh, I think we're going to move on to the next one. Right. Yeah, I've seen an image of Brian and his turkey teeth. I didn't really know how he got them, so that explains it a lot better now. That he is so smug. Who would do that to their friend or neighbour or both? Who would do that in the first place? And then not only that, but literally watch the clock ticking down for when you cannot back out of that deal. Not only that, and then gloat, be an absolute douche about it. Oh, he's the worst, guys. He's the worst character. He's horrible.
Catfight, Quagmire opens a cat cafe right next to Brian's favourite bar.
I'd
And
love to go
Brian,
to a
being a
cat
dog,
cafe.
decides he can't live with it.
What the hell is that?
Hey, shut up!
You get out.
Don't look at me!
You
I'm
get
dominant!
out.
So instead of just getting a drink somewhere else like
Right.
a normal person would do, he stages a one-man protest. He makes up fake diseases and starts scaring the customers off and gets the cafe shut down.
City Ordinance 321C states, food or drink shall not be prepared or consumed within 20 feet of fecal matter.
Damn it, Brian.
Then, the city, which has been listening to him scream about animal hygiene for the past 20 minutes, decides to extend the rule across all public establishments.
So, I mean, I don't know about Brian as a dog specifically, but my dog, Bento, eats cat poo when the opportunity presents itself. So if we're talking about animal hygiene between cats and dogs, dogs are not more hygienic.
The city
That
has said that
Brian
no
eats poo.
animals of any kind are allowed in any public establishment.
What? You gotta be kidding me. Well, that's all right, Brian.
Which means Brian himself is now banned from his favourite bar. Brian literally started the fire and walked directly into it. He spends most of the episode getting more and more miserable about not being able to drink, and eventually he runs into Quagmire in the street, and the two of them get into an actual fist fight in front of everyone.
Get it, Quagmire.
You thirsty, boy? Yeah.
Brian, in the middle of the fight, decides to pull the classic Family Guy escape move, where you run into traffic and somehow nothing bad happens. Like Stewie did that one time.
Or I'll disappear like a serial killer in a 90s movie. Stewie, wait, I need you to get in. I'm gonna do it.
Except this time, something bad does happen.
To make my
Oh, well.
getaway.
Brian, oh my God, are you all right?
A bus hits him at full speed and launches him across the road like he's a stunt double. Quagmire just stands there and watches it all unfold. After watching this next bit of karma, we here at Not Fair Studios literally feel ashamed for Brian. There's always a special place in karma history reserved for guys who read a woman's romance novel and assume it's a personal invitation. In Family Guy Light, Lois starts up a writing camp with her friends, and Brian goes snooping through her unfinished romance novel during the day.
Oh my God, this is amazing. This is basically a guide to what Lois is looking for in a lover.
Wow. And does he assume that he is one of the main characters in this erotic fiction novel?
Check this out.
The novel is about a woman in an unhappy marriage having an affair with a mysterious man who owns a horse. Brian reads this and decides that what Lois is actually trying to say is that she wants to have an affair with him.
It's a description of her every fantasy and desire. This could finally be my key to...
What? Banging my mom? You know, you are the worst.
So he goes out and gets...
Another example of why Brian is the worst. Who talks to their friend about banging their mum? Shame on you, Brian. And Stewie's a baby.
Himself an actual horse, dressed all up in a cape, and shows up looking like a well-budgeted romance
You are the
novel
horse,
cover.
Brian.
Brian, is that your horse? When did you get a horse?
Oh, I've been an equus for a while.
The play with Harry Potter's penis?
Just my trusty steed here.
Lois is genuinely just confused and a little bit disgusted by the whole thing, but Brian is fully committed to playing this character. He decides to prove his bond with the horse by walking around it dramatically.
What? This is nuts! Anyway, I've been speaking to my horse in the silent language of knowing, and I...
Even Stewie knows you shouldn't walk behind a horse.
Never walk behind a horse. You would have to hate horses not to know that.
But Brian still didn't stop there. The horse starts kicking him again and again and again.
Kicked his wig
Being
off.
one with nature. A mutual bond of trust. Different species, same heart.
Full hoof to his skull. And then
Give him the Looney Tunes treatment. That horse is an excellent judge of character.
later in the same episode, after Brian acts like a creep about Lois one more time, Stewie brings the same
His
horse
best
back,
friend's wife.
specifically for round 2, and the horse hits him again.
Just made sense to me at the time, but now that I see what it is, I'm ashamed of myself. I hope you can find it in your heart.
Hey, Bri. There's a good girl.
2 kicks in 1 episode.
Oh no, he didn't get 2 kicks. I think it was more than that. He got like about 5 kicks just over 2 different occasions.
What kind of karma is that? In One Foot in Front of the Mother, Brian starts barking constantly because he claims there's a pack of wolves in the neighborhood.
What the hell's going on over here? You've been barking all morning.
Also want to just throw in another one. Brian's racist. He's a racist dog. Actually, that's mentioned. So maybe that's who he's barking at because he's a massive racist.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm protecting the neighborhood. I heard from a dog who heard from a dog who heard from another dog that he saw a pack of coyotes on Spooner Street.
There are no wolves. He made it up because he wants to feel like the protector of Spooner Street, which is genuinely embarrassing for someone who is literally afraid of the vacuum cleaner.
About all this.
Lois, this is not funny. I really don't want to see Mr. Who. Stop it! Stop it! It's scaring me! Leave me alone! It's so loud!
Quagmire, who's still trying to enjoy his morning, files an anonymous complaint with the police about the noise. Joe shows up in full uniform and slaps Brian with an anti-bark shock collar.
Received an anonymous complaint about your barking.
It was me, Brian. I was the anonymous complaint.
With a serious
Like that. Scene in Game of Thrones. Tell Cersei, I wanted to know it was me. Brian, it was me.
There's a court order that
It's
says you have to
anonymous,
wear a
right?
bark collar until the complainant is satisfied you can obey the local noise ordinance.
Every time Brian raises his voice above a certain level, the shock collar shocks him. And Brian is stuck with it until Quagmire drops the complaint.
I'm to give you a severe shock if you raise your voice above a certain decibel. You're wasting your time. That's a military-grade collar.
What follows is Brian getting electrocuted by his own instinct. Even when Peter rings the doorbell, Brian gets shocked for it.
Ow, damn it! Ow!
Oh, God. That was awful.
Lock myself out. Anybody in there?
The only way out of this whole thing is to go to Quagmire and beg, which is what Brian eventually has to do. And Quagmire, who's enjoying every second of this, makes him purr like a cat first as part of the apology.
All right. There. Now, will you call Joe?
What do you think, Miss Kitty Witty? Was that a good purr?
No. Again.
Sorry, Brian. She says no.
This has got to be genuinely one of the most funny punishments that Brian has ever received. The next karma is a beating from the smallest member of the family, and it's over the smallest amount of money imaginable. There's no faster way to
Where's
find
my
out a
money?
baby is dangerous than to owe him $50 and then try to dodge it.
Knock, knock. So, you got my money?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I'll pay you soon.
Yeah, well, here's a suggestion. Have the money by tomorrow and there won't be any problems.
In Patriot Games, Stewie has gotten into sports betting because Family Guy never explains where its babies get their hobbies. Brian decides to bet $50 with him on a Mike Tyson fight.
Channing beating Mike Tyson in 3 rounds.
Carol Channing. You've got Carol Channing, the actress, beating Mike Tyson, the boxer. Hell, give me $50 on Tyson.
Yeah, you're in good company.
And then Brian loses. And then shortly after, Stewie comes to collect. Then Brian, instead of paying like an adult, he decides he's going to give Stewie the runaround.
I mean, don't make bets with children. Don't withhold money from children. It's not too much different from stealing and taking money from a baby, I guess. Terrible person.
Stewie's definitely not the type of creditor who gives an extension on loans.
No.
He corners Brian in the hallway and gives him exactly 24 hours.
Yeah, 24 hours.
Why? What happens in 24 hours?
I don't know. Not psychic, man. I'm just saying it would probably be better for everybody if you had the money tomorrow.
Brian thinks Stewie is bluffing. He's just a baby. Stewie is in fact not bluffing. 24 hours
Stewie's a
later,
psycho.
he ambushes Brian outside the bathroom and starts the most iconic beating in the entire run of Family Guy.
Yeah, that hurt? That hurt?
What the hell?
Yeah, it feels so good, does it? No, huh?
Stewie just keeps
it's
punching him in the
brutal.
face, yelling, "Where's my
Where's
money?"
my money?
over and over, while Brian flops around trying to escape. He throws Brian down the stairs at one point.
Morning. Good day to you, sir. Hey, wait a minute, what the hell?
By the end of the whole thing, Brian's been shot in both legs and lit on fire.
Brian is scared of a baby. Proceeds to be beaten up by a baby.
All because he couldn't pay his debt on time.
Because
Fool
he
out
didn't
of me.
pay
I
his
want my
debt
money.
to child.
I want my money, man.
Stewie, listen, this is crazy. You got... Oh, my God!
The amount of money you would spend on a pizza and a tip ended up costing Brian a trauma that he won't be forgetting. The next karma
Brought
is
it on
way more
himself.
emotional than physical, but the damage to his ego puts it firmly in the upper half of this list. We all know that being the dumpy feels bad, and being beaten to the dumping by the very person you were going to dump is a category of pain Brian Griffin had to go through. Brian starts dating a carnival worker named
explain?
Amber.
Charmed.
Isn't she awesome? You want to come inside, babe?
Nah, I'm just gonna park it here for a few hours and watch Fuller House on my stepson's cracked iPad.
I mean, okay, what I will say, this doesn't seem like Brian's usual type. He does normally go for young, influential, naive girls, pretty girls. So, okay, maybe he's maturing a little. Maybe.
The relationship is not really going anywhere, and after about a week, Brian decides that she's below him socially, and he needs to break up with her.
Of course
He had a
he
whole
does.
speech rehearsed for him. Then, Amber dumps him first.
Hey, Amber, listen, I got your text.
Brian, this here ain't working out. We need to break up.
What? You're breaking up with me? Whoa, dumped by a carny. Brutal.
She delivers her own breakup and walks away. Getting dumped is one thing, but getting dumped by a carny when you were already planning on your own exit speech is a level of ego damage that we wish no one suffers from. Brian decides he's going to win her back. Not because he actually wants her, but specifically so he can dump her himself. And
Yeah, because he's decided that he is socially superior to the lady.
reclaim some kind of fake moral high ground.
I think that you can't stand that you got dumped by a carny, someone you feel is inferior to you.
Absolutely.
Fine, you're right,
Nail on
okay?
the head.
I'm pissed. That's why I'm off to win Amber back, so I can dump her.
He actually spends time on this, putting in real effort. He makes a whole plan around it. Just when he's finally in position to pull the trigger, Amber's uncle shows up and threatens Brian about not breaking her heart, which throws the whole plan into chaos.
This guy who treated her wrong had his scrotum nail clippered off, then got kicked to death behind a Chick-fil-A.
That's awfully specific. His scrotum nail clipped. cut off with nail clippers. It's inventive. And then behind a Chick-fil-A.
I assure you, my intentions are strictly honorable.
Okay, then. I'm just telling you this as her uncle.
Brian ends up sitting at the carnival, having lost twice. Once when Amber beat him to the breakup, and once again when his entire revenge plan collapsed under the weight of his own ego. In the episode Valentine's Day in Quahog, Brian is alone on Valentine's Day and complaining about it loudly because that's just who he is.
I've had it with Valentine's Day. I'm sick of all of it.
Okay, I'm putting on my friend hat. What's the matter? Let me in.
I don't know. It's just, how come it's so hard to meet the right woman? I think maybe it's just
You're
time
so
for me to
hard
give
love.
up.
Stewie, who has a time machine, decides the kindest thing to do is to help Brian figure out why he keeps failing in relationships. So he goes out and gathers
You
every
don't need a
single
time
one of
machine.
Brian's ex-girlfriends in the same living room at the same time.
Look, I've been thinking
they'd
about
all
your
be blonde,
situation
to be
with
fair,
women, and I believe I've come up with a way to get to the source of the problem. Follow me.
What's going on? Oh my God.
Every ex shows up.
As you may have guessed, you are here because you have all dated this great guy. Yet somehow things didn't work out. My objective is to figure out why.
I don't know, the word self-absorbed comes to mind.
And pretentious. Definitely.
And we mean every
yes.
one of them. Caroline, Gillian, Brooke, Rita, Cheryl Teagues, Kate, all of them.
Oh my gosh, can we please, can we have every single reason listed? A beautiful list.
They start sharing notes, and one by one they described everything that was wrong with Brian when they dated him.
Pretentious. And he's got a big ego.
Okay, we seem to have a theme going here.
They
Got a big egg. Oh, I love her.
said all of the things about Brian.
Secure. And a blowhard. And he's got a tiny penis.
Yeah, that was pretty clear by the survey. Okay, now who wants more wine?
This is great.
one
We should
came
do
up a
this
lot.
every Saturday.
Brian, watching this little plan form, right?
Maya's dad, mum, dad, transgender parent, Brian. Okay, I don't need explaining anymore. I can completely see why Quagmire hates his guts.
In front of him makes him completely lose his composure and starts insulting every one of them on the
course
way
he
out
did.
the door.
Of course he did.
Oh, you want honest? You're an old bag. You're blind. Your vomit tastes weird. You don't even know why you're here. You chose to be on the hills. You still have bits of penis left, and you can never get wet.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I rest my case. He is a vile person who insults somebody by saying, yeah, well, you're blind. That's disgusting. I hate Brian. I hate him.
Naturally, the exes don't take kindly to this and chase him out of the house in a furious
Yeah.
mob.
Get him!
Get him, girls.
Every woman he's ever wronged hunted down through the streets of Quahog all at once.
Yes.
The episode literally ends with Brian running for his life. In the next one, Brian almost died because
wanna
he was
see that
greedy
episode.
and stupid at the same time. In the episode
Sounds
Switch
like
the
Brian.
Flip, Brian and Stewie start investing together in the stock market, and Brian gets a taste of money for the first time in years.
Here's 1,000 to fix your car, and here's 1,000 profit.
Whoa, hold on. You made $2,000 in a couple days?
Yep.
Oh my God. You gotta teach me how to invest.
He wants more of it. So, they look into a Korean company that has something to do with protein shakes with incredibly high profit margins.
Something tells me that Brian is going to listen and learn from Stewie for a very short amount of time. And then going to assume that he is all-knowing and knowledgeable about it and just start acting like, you know, he is the daddy, he knows what he's talking about. He's like, you know, this is his area of expertise now.
And
then he's
Stewie
gonna
decides to
spite
head down to
Stewie.
the factory in person to make sure everything is on the level before they put real money into it. Stewie figures out the secret immediately. The shakes are made out of dog meat. He calls Brian and tells him directly. Brian hears this information
And doesn't
and
care.
decides he's going through with the investment anyway
Of
because the
course.
money's too good to walk away from.
What do you mean? I'm taking a meeting. This company's worth a fortune.
What? You still want to invest in this? You can't be serious.
Sorry, Stewie. Wall Street is a people-eat-dog world. Everyone knows that.
Oh my God.
Stewie tries to talk him out of it, and Brian basically tells him if he's too scared to invest, then maybe Stewie is the wrong partner.
Investing in this company, and if you're too scared to do it with me, then maybe I'm working with the wrong partner. What are you talking
get
about?
out of
I'm the
here.
one who taught you
Get
how
out
to
of
invest.
here,
You
bum.
can't ditch me.
Sorry, Stewie. When I left you, I was but a learner.
He literally said that to his
What did I
best
say?
friend. So
What did I
Brian
say?
shows up to the meeting in person to negotiate the terms, and the company has been waiting for him.
I have an appointment to see your
And he's gonna
CEO about
flirt
an
with this lady
investment.
here.
Ah, yes, we're waiting for you. Here, breathe deeply into this investor's bag.
All right.
They didn't invite him as an investor. He was invited as the
As a
next
dog.
ingredient.
Reach Stewie Griffin. Leave a message.
Hey, give me that phone.
Stewie, it's
Oh.
Brian. You gotta help me. I'm gonna get eaten.
That is a hot slice of karma, guys.
Damn it. Well, I guess Stewie's my only hope now.
Stewie has to come in and save him with his gymnastic moves.
Rupert, music!
Brian survives by pure luck, and the fact that Stewie has skills no toddler should have. Brian almost
amazing.
died because his greed was bigger than his survival instinct. The lesson learned from this next piece of karma is that the fastest way to lose all of your credibility is to admit on live television that you don't believe in your own work. And Brian found a way to do it in front of millions. In Brian Writes a Bestseller, Brian publishes a self-help book called Wish It, Want It, Do It. And against everyone's expectations, the book becomes a #1 bestseller.
Hi, I just want to say that I can't tell you how much your book has helped me.
Okay, here you go, Dan.
It's Jan.
Back of the line, go on. Come back around, he'll try it again.
And the moment success hits him, Brian becomes completely insufferable. As predicted.
More
He
insufferable.
even becomes rude to his fans at the book signing. Like all of the celebrities out here, he's even demanding nicer tables at restaurants.
I'm not sure.
Well, you know, I'm sure for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a little creeped out.
Hey, congratulations. Somebody famous now hates you.
Stewie
Like I said, guys, Brian is a massive pig.
who's the one who's actually managing Brian's
More
career,
creepy than
eventually
Quagmire
gets
there.
him booked on Real Time with Bill Mayer for a national television appearance.
Brian? Brian! Brian, look at this. I got you on Real Time with Bill Maher.
Awesome, Stewie. Great job.
Oh, great job. So you know that phrase. What's that? What? What phrase do I know?
So Brian walks on to Real Time, and Bill Mayer and the other guests on the panel start asking him questions.
What it comes down to is that these false promises of like a quick fix to any and any problem that you would ever have, what books like these suggest is actually damaging to a large, gullible segment of the population.
And every single one of them tears it apart on live television. And
Please tell me that Brian loses all of his composure and just basically loses his shit with all of these people, with their criticism, because he can't handle criticism. Please tell me that's what he does.
in front of a national audience. Bill Mayer doesn't just call the book bad, he even lights jokes about it.
Yes, Dana has made a career in comedy. I don't think he's ever done anything as laughable as this book.
What do you want? I wrote it in a day.
Of course you did.
Brian sits
He's
there
not a
trying to
writer.
defend his work and eventually cracks under the pressure. He admits on air that he thinks the book is crap and that he only wrote it to make money.
I think you're totally getting the wrong impression of me. I was just trying to write something that would sell. I think it's crap, too.
If I had even one shred of respect for you before this, it's gone now.
The little credibility that he had is completely gone. That kind of public humiliation doesn't really wash off that easily afterwards.
I mean, if you're going to dump on people, the kind of steaming, stinking, smelly dump, at least stand by your
Very
dump.
graphic.
In the next bit of karma, Brian's actual life completely falls apart, and it happens because of one single bad tweet. Most people take a few years to ruin their lives, but Brian managed to do it in one tweet.
I can imagine Brian as like a little troller. Little, you know, nasty tweets to celebrities. You know, that kind of person. Unnecessary, unasked for, just mean.
In the episode The D in Apartment 23, Brian gets really into Twitter and starts tweeting hot takes constantly, trying to go viral.
All right, open app. Got a bunch of those, no biggie. Type in tweet and tweeted. I am back in the game. See? Up, you're gone.
Nothing seems to land for him. So one day, on his way to see a Kevin Hart movie, he tweets something genuinely racist as a joke. And the internet finally notices him.
About to see the new Kevin Hart movie. Just kidding. I'm white and went to college.
Why? What possesses you to spout that
But
crap?
it's the wrong kind of attention.
Yeah, right? Yep. I agree with everything. You're a clown.
The whole town turns on him within hours. Even Chris and Meg get in a huge fight at school because...
That was because of Brian!
It was a joke.
Then, after, the Griffins sit him down in the living room and tell him he has to move out of the house.
Thank God you have my back.
We think you should move out.
What?
Oh, we've got to keep our family safe. I'm sorry. It's for the best.
Are you serious?
Then, Brian gets up to leave with his head down. He's
In the
dragging his
doghouse,
stuff
get
out the
out.
door, and Stewie, the closest friend he's ever had, says, wait.
Brian, wait! This collar is ours. It has our address on it. Peace, dude.
Brian turns around hopeful. Maybe Stewie's going to defend him, or maybe Stewie's going to ask him to stay. But Stewie just walks up to him and takes the collar off his neck because the collar has the family's home address on it. Stewie was the closest thing he had to a brother. He should not have done that to him. Brian moves into a disgusting little apartment somewhere in the worst part of Quahog with no friends, no money, and mostly no plan.
Kind of deserved.
One tweet ended his entire life. As
Maybe
he
you
knew.
could start
The next
writing
one
a
is
book.
proof of what happens to a man who's already lost everything and somehow finds a way to make it worse for himself. In life,
This one episode had 2 commas. Ooh, it sounds juicy.
when you've already hit rock bottom, the universe still finds creative ways to dig the floor lower for you. That's exactly what keeps happening to Brian. We pick up exactly where the last karma left off. Brian is still living in that horrible little apartment and he genuinely needs money for rent.
So, what do you think? Is your family going to give you money for the rent?
Yeah, I'm thinking no.
Well, you got to do something, Brian.
I'll get a job, okay? There's got to be something I can do. It's not like I'm Ringo.
Ouch. But Brian, aren't you a talented writer? Aren't you a philanthropist? Or, there's got to be something you can do with that intellectual mind.
So he gets himself a job at a crisis hotline,
Oh
which
my
is
gosh.
already a wild career choice for the guy who actively makes other people's lives worse.
That is not the person
Welcome
I'd want
aboard,
talking
Brian.
to me in that
This is
situation.
your coworker, Martha.
Pleased to meet you, Brian.
Pleasure's all mine. So, any advice?
His co-worker is a woman named Martha. Brian, who has clearly learned nothing from anything that has happened to him so far, decides he wants to date her.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe we could Netflix and grill.
It's Netflix and chill.
Oh, good, because I don't have a grill.
But Martha's not
Or
interested.
Netflix.
She rejects him, and instead of accepting that and moving on, Brian looks her up and finds Facebook photos of her at her grandfather's funeral and uses those photos to pleasure himself.
Let's see what kind of Facebook account we got for this Martha. Yep, private account. Ooh.
I thought they were going to say he's going to find things on her Facebook account and blackmail her with them or something weird like that. I don't know what's worse.
Grandpa's funeral. Baby looked good in black.
When Martha finds out about it, she's understandably beyond horrified.
Yeah.
Brian, panicking that she might report him to HR, or worse, beats her to the punch. He plants her belongings and calls the police on her. The cops show up and they find the drugs and arrest her on the spot.
Yeah? Why, officer?
Found it.
What is that?
Like you don't know. Cocaine. Best thing ever.
You're gonna have to come with us. And Jeff, you might want to call your sponsor.
While the police are
Jeff's gonna
escorting her
hold
out of the
that for
building,
safekeeping.
Martha figures out exactly what Brian did. Then, with the cops still gripping her arms, she pushes Brian as hard as she physically can.
Yeah.
Brian goes flying down the stairs and breaks his leg on the way down.
Brian has a very unfortunate track record of stairs.
My leg is broken!
The last karma on this list took something from Brian that he never actually got back. Inviting your work...
No, that's not enough. What he did to that poor girl. God, gosh, I hate him even more. This video has made me... It's exacerbated my Brian hate.
Critic over for dinner and asking him to be honest with you is the kind of decision no one should make. In Jerome is the New Black, Brian finds out from Peter that Quagmire genuinely doesn't like him, and Brian, ever convinced of his own charm, decides the best way to handle this is to invite Quagmire over for one-on-one dinner.
Right, not the... Without thinking, this person that dislikes you so much cannot think of anything worse than having to suffer your company for like an hour or two because your ego is so hurt that someone dislikes you, despite the fact that I would say most of Quahog probably don't like Brian.
I wrote you that because I knew you'd never come if it was me, but I planned a big night and we're going to have a great time.
Brian.
He thinks if he just sits down with Quagmire and has a real conversation, he can win him over. Brian asks Quagmire the question directly during dinner. He asks him why he doesn't like it.
But I'm trying to establish a friendship with you. All I've done is try to be nice to you, and you still don't like me. How can you not like me?
I'll tell you. You are the worst person I know.
What follows is the single most devastating speech seen on Family Guy. Quagmire, calmly, without raising his voice, lists every single thing wrong with Brian Griffin, one thing at a time. He even brings up the constant flirting that Brian does with Lois behind Peter's back, even though Peter has saved Brian's life multiple times.
And is his best friend.
He lays out exactly how Brian repays the only family that has ever taken him in.
The man pays for your food and rescued you from certain death, and this is how you repay him? And to add insult to injury, you defecate all over his yard.
And Quagmire keeps going.
You pay for nothing. You always say, ooh, I'll get you later, but later never comes. And you're this deep guy who loves women for their souls when all you do is date bimbos.
He even hits Brian on his failed writing, and he finishes the whole speech by calling Brian a sad, lonely, alcoholic bore.
You know, I should have known Cheryl Teagues didn't write me that note. She would have known there's no A in the word definite. And I think what I hate most about you, legalize pot man, how big business is crushing the underclass, how homelessness is the biggest tragedy in America.
By the end of it, Brian can't say a single word back.
You're just a big, sad, alcoholic bore. I'll see you, Brian. Thanks for the steak.
He just sits there and takes it all in. Which one hit the hardest for you? Drop in the comments because we genuinely want to know. And which cartoon character deserves the next Karma video? Because the list is ready and we're coming back very soon. Subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Cheerio.
Oh, but it was so justified. Oh my gosh. You are not wrong, Cameron. There is something incredibly satisfying about watching every one of these. I'm not saying I hate him enough where I want to see him fall down a set of stairs and break every one of his bones. That's a bit extreme. However, the woman in number 14 pushing him down the flight of stairs, totally deserved. In fact, I think he got off very lightly there. He's destroyed her life because she rejected him, and that hurt his ego. He is absolutely vile. You know what? Herbert the pervert. There are perverts and paedophiles in characters within Family Guy, and they are actually not as vile in personality as Brian. There, I said it. Brian is the worst, most insufferable character. I hope they've actually written his character with the intention of having us hate him. Oh, he's so gross. Oh, and it's because of how fake he is about it as well. Quagmire knows he's a pervert. You know, a spade's a spade. He's aware of what he is. He doesn't apologize. He probably should apologize for it. But at least he doesn't try and convince people he's something he's not. Oh, he's a pig. I really want to see that episode with all of his girlfriends chasing him down the street. So deserved. The the kind of dinner date that he has with Quagmire. I have seen that speech that he delivers to him. It's absolutely brutal. I kind of want to watch it again on repeat. It is slightly irrational and crazy how much I hate Brian. Oh, thank you for requesting this video, Cameron. Oh, satisfying. Guys, I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. Maybe not so much if Brian is your favorite character, but I really don't think he's anyone's favorite character. Take care of yourselves, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.